What are your thoughts on where this team is at and what you may all be able to accomplish this year?
I'm very excited about our roster this year. I think we're loaded. We have a very deep bench, and the struggle this past weekend when we opened season against women's club team was kind of the subbing. Make sure that everybody feels like they got enough playing time, because we can sub so deep and we have so many attackers that are very versatile on both sides of the ball. Just so that we get to kind of test our lines. Which honestly is a great struggle. Haven't had that in the past, which I'm excited about. So yeah, very excited. Lots of talent, 9 freshmen and a transfer. So at the beginning we were a little bit nervous, what that's going to look like with half the team being brand new to our program and how they're going to take on. But kudos to the girls and the team. They've really gelled well, both in and out of the water. So it's been good.
Kind of to that point, good problem to have, I guess, trying to figure out how the puzzle pieces fit in. What has that kind of been like in the last couple months of training?
I love our depth and versatility. We have defenders. We are very strong, I think, in the defender position, and all of our defenders are also really great attackers and see the field very well. Like I said, we have Camelia Bouloukbachi from the French Olympic team. And she can play center, she can guard, she can play 4-5 sides, she can play a position 2 if we needed her to. All of our freshmen are very high water polo IQ players and see well. So excited about the different lineups that we can mix up.
What's the biggest area of growth maybe that you've seen in the years that you've been here leading the program?
I think our hunger and desire to win. We always joke about it at practices whenever there's kind of a sluggish practice and we would like to see more energy. And whenever we throw in, like, all right, let's change the pace, let's throw in some competition. And even if it's something silly as the losing team's going to have to take the cages out and clean up the pool, these girls shift gears. So just, wanting to be challenged, wanting to compete, and the desire to win, however silly the competition is, has been really, really fun. And I think that's an awesome team to coach.
In the kind of family atmosphere you fostered here too, you have some alumni on your coaching staff as well, right. Assistants and GAs. What has that been like?
It's been awesome. I mean, I've known Lutza and Amira since I first saw them during their sophomore year of high school, and then obviously we started talking to each other during their junior year of high school. So I've known Amira for over a decade, I'm pretty sure. And I've known Lutza essentially her whole life, because our fathers were Olympians together. They were on the 1988 Seoul Olympic roster. So I've always known who her family was. I've always known who she was. She's the same age as my younger brother, and they grew up playing together and competing against each other. So there are no secrets. We know everything about each other, like just by looking at each other, we know what the other one's thinking. So it's very, very great to work with people in such a high pressure environment that truly know you, and they know me, and they know my reactions, and they know when I need to be calmed down or need a couple encouraging words, or when it's best to leave me alone and let me fume. So it makes my life much, much easier for sure.
How much does that trickle down to the girls in the pool?
I think it's important that the girls also see us having fun on the pool deck with each other, and joking with each other, having these reoccurring dumb jokes that like now they're not really inside jokes anymore, because half the team knows what they are. So I think it's important that they see us, like you said, push each other and know each other's like triggers and how to push each other's buttons, but they also see us have a great time doing what we get to do together. So I hope it's inspiring for them.
And walk me through officiating Amira's wedding. that had to be a pretty unique and fun experience.
Oh, that was awesome.
Was this the first wedding you officiated?
No, it was the second actually.
Second, okay.
Laura Kish, she graduated a couple years ago from our program, and
okay. So it's a theme now. Okay.
Yeah, right. This is my part-time job. So if anybody out there is looking for an excellent officiant, I guess we put up my contact information on the bottom.
There you go. Yeah, we can do that.
But so I officiated Laura Kish's wedding, and then I was telling Amira, like, hey, Laura asked me to be the officiant, and Amira was like, no way, I was just about to ask you to do the same. Would you do it for us too? So I was like, absolutely. It was a great time, and Amira at the beginning told me that I can do my own thing. I get to say whatever I want. And then, of course, as the wedding day got closer and closer and closer, I received a 5-page Google Drive on what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say, because obviously I know way too much, just to make sure no jokes come out in front of the family that is otherwise inappropriate. It was a great time.
What's more nerve-wracking, than officiating a wedding or leading the Sun Devils in a big game?
That's a great question. I was very nervous. I think here, for the most part, I know what I'm doing, what I'd like to think that I do. But there, I've known Andy and Amira since the first day of their relationship. And I love both of them dearly, and just, wanting to do a good job for them on their special day. I was very nervous, but I think it went well.
There you go. Awesome. Coach, I appreciate it.
Thank you.